Content, creating content constantly, okay? This is the buzz, this is the topic of the day, okay? I even heard one really famous entrepreneur say you should be trying to create 100 pieces of content a day. Now, I personally believe that that is the fastest way to lead to burnout and complete and utter overwhelm, okay? I see it all the time. People, they want to be on every single platform. They want to be everywhere. They want to be all over the place. But, you know, we all have lives to live. We all have things to do. We all have money to make. We all have relationships, okay? You can't be constantly on social media. That's the fastest way to, boggle your mind anyway, okay? So instead of this shotgun approach of creating all this content all of the time, okay, is there a better way to create less content, more valuable content, but focus on the distribution of that content, making sure that that content is seen and watched and consumed by the people that matter most. So the people in your audience, the dream clients that you have brought into your system here at the ice and cold level, okay? So let's say you've built up an audience of 1,000 to 2,000 people. Okay, now what we're talking about here is we're talking about warming people up. Now, people develop a preference for things when they become familiar with them, okay? This is called the mere exposure effect, and this is how social media works, okay? So remember, just like we spoke about here, we can't just be selling all the time in the beginning. We have to build up relationship. We have to build trust, build intimacy, right, with our audience, okay? And we do this through making sure that we are omnipresent with those people, that we are in their world, on top of their newsfeed all of the time, okay? And when we can do that, when we constantly show up, people start to, see us as a big fish in a small pond. They start to see us as an authority figure over time because we're always there. We're on top of the newsfeed, okay? They're constantly engaging with our content, okay? And because we show up with so much soul, so much value that we're giving, we're not like an annoying mosquito. We're actually, like a friend that they've never met, okay? They're starting to actually build up a bit of trust, a bit of relationship with us. And that's what it's about, really. It's about building relationship. And this is the only way to do it moving forward if you want to take advantage of growing your business on social media, okay? I think the days are dead of all this fast selling, tactics and scarcity stuff and all this junk, right? So look, how do we do this? How do we make sure that we're omnipresent with people? Well, I won't break down all of the technicals in this video, but I'll just explain real quickly how you do it. So you use Facebook ads, okay? There's different campaigns. You can use a brand awareness campaign, right? Really, really powerful. Brand awareness campaign, you can just put 15 to 30 really good pieces of content into a campaign and Facebook will intelligently drip them out to your audience, okay? It will just give them, okay? It will make sure that, people only see one piece of content a day or max two, and they'll make sure that they're getting different bits of content all of the time. So people are just constantly seeing our stuff from all these different angles and they're becoming more and more aware, right, of the solution, of the big idea over time. It's just constantly there. And then after about a month of this, they're then ready for, okay, hop on the line with me. They're familiar, they know us, like us, and trust us. So when that's the situation, after a month of this omnipresent, and they're here and they're hot and they know us, like us, and trust us, when we hop on the phone with them, how do you think that sales call is going to go? Totally different ball game, right? It's not cold calling. You don't need any high pressure tactics. You don't need to sell. You shouldn't be selling at all, okay? It's about getting to know people on a deeper level, okay? But we're not diving too much into sales in this video. We're just sticking with the omnipresence. So how else can you do this? Well, look, you can just boost little posts, for a couple of bucks a day. You could do it as low as $3 a day, okay? $5 a day. There should be, you can serve, it's so cheap when you can serve, particularly if you're working in a high ticket space where you're charging, 2K and beyond for your products, okay? So you can afford easily to spend, a couple of $100, $500 or whatever to acquire a client, okay? So your CPA, no problem, can be 500. So look, all you have to do is just spend this, small budgets, maybe you go up to $20 a day max, right? With your brand awareness, with your omnipresent strategy, and bang, people are getting all your stuff. They're becoming totally familiar with you. You can do this for like a month, okay? So look, let's look at some other ways to do this. You can also, let me just change up the color, get a bit messy here. You could also do video views. Really, really good one. Remember, we don't need to put calls to action in all these posts. We're not always trying to sell. We're not trying to hit people all the time. We just become salesy then. We become that guy who's always trying to get us to buy something and it's annoying, right? So you could do video views. You could do post engagement, right? all these different things, and you're just dripping that out to people. You're becoming top of the newsfeed, dominating it, and you will become the big fish in the small pond. And that's how Omnipresence works. And you don't need a million pieces of content to do this. You really, really don't. You just need a select 15 to 30 bits of quality content. You can drip that out to people over time, so you don't need to be in this constant state of producing. If that's your buzz and you love it, and it really works for you, awesome, keep doing it. Content is great. We do need to have it out there. I prefer to do it in this way that gives me more certainty. I can read the data, I can look at what people are looking at, I can see, I can make sure I know that the people that I'm trying to warm up to lead to here are seeing the stuff that I want them to see, as opposed to relying on hopes, wishes and prayers and just randomly posting all this different bits of information out on Instagram or whatever it may be. Okay, so look, this is totally possible, guys. I'm on my 6th business now. I've built up 5 of them through, none of it I've used organic followings. Okay, and the funny thing is, let's say, for example, if you do this and you use Instagram ads with your ads, people are going to start to actually follow you anyway. They're going to start to like your page. They're going to start to look at your stuff. So I don't like this relying on organic approach. I think time is the most valuable asset, really. Okay, so you think of organic being free, but how much time does it take? How much time and energy does that take you? Okay, so I think if you really value yourself and your product and your service that high, this small investment in making sure that your stuff gets to the eyeballs of the right people is actually a much cheaper approach in the long run. Okay, so stay tuned, guys. I'm going to make a more in-depth training technical video on exactly how to do this in the very near future. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.